So today you're going to master to read stock charts, and you're going to read it like a pro. First thing first, you need a stock chart, and it's all free. I'll put a link in the description, okay? Or you can go to this website, tradingview.com, and get a free account, okay? Or you could download the iPad app. So when you open TradingView, you see something like this. For a new account, you see the stock market index, okay? And then you see a couple of stocks here. Ignore that for now because we are looking at the stock charts. So first thing you gotta do is to go to chart over here, alright, at the bottom. Then you see your stock chart. So as a beginner, this can be quite overwhelming, right? So let's go through everything one by one. First thing first, on the top left, alright, you would see your stock name. And a lot of times for stock charts, you will need to key in a ticker symbol. So for example, Apple, the ticker symbol is AAPL. So to put in simple terms, ticker symbol is just a shortcut to identify the stock. Nvidia would be NVDA. So different stocks would have different ticker symbols, different shortcuts to identify the stock, okay? And you can see over here, there's a 1D. What is this 1D? So when you see down here also, there's also a 1D. Basically, it tells you, okay, it tells you that each candle, this is called a candlestick, okay? Each candle represents 1 day, meaning it takes 1 day to form one candle. 1 day to form this one candle. 1 day to form this green candle, okay? But if you change to a different time frame, now this is what we call time frames. Let's say if you change to 4H, okay? 4H over here, meaning one candle, it takes 4 hours to form. 3H, meaning it takes 3 hours to form. So in trading, you would have the minute chart. Typically 1 minute chart is very common, 5 minute chart, 30 minute chart, 15 minute chart. And for hours, normally we have 1 hour and 4 hour, which is super common. And for longer time frames, you would have 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. And this is for long-term investing, okay? So if you go to H4, okay, you can see over here, each candle takes 4 hours to form. 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. Okay, understand? Okay, so the next thing that you see over here is the exchange. It says Apple, we are in a 4-hour chart, and Apple is listed in NASDAQ. And NASDAQ is a stock exchange which comprises mostly of tech stocks. Then the next thing, I need you to take note of this number over here. What's this number? You can see the at close 260.83. What does this mean? You can see the same number. You can see the same number over here. 260.83. Okay? Because the market is closed now, it closed at 260.83. Basically, it tells you what's the current price of this stock. Okay? So to buy one share, you will need $260.83. But the good thing about US stocks is that you don't need to buy one share which costs you $200+. You can buy fractional shares. So it's like one big pizza. Imagine one piece of pizza being one share. So if you want to buy one slice, just one slice instead of the whole pizza, you can buy 0.1 shares. So it's a lot cheaper as compared to buying one share. Okay? And just now I mentioned about candlesticks. Alright? So to put in simple terms, when you see a green candlestick, it opened here, right? It opened here, and then it closed over here. So this would be a bullish candlestick, okay? Whereas if it's a red candlestick, it opened over here on top, right? And then it closed at the bottom over here. So it will be a bearish candlestick. But there's a lot more to that. I don't want to confuse you first, so let's look at other things. The other thing you gotta take note of is the big picture. So you pinch out, okay, pinch out like this, And then you can see the overall trend. Okay, this is what we call the trend. So when a trend goes up like this, okay, this is what we call a bullish trend. Bullish trend. So when a lot of people say, oh, this is a bull market, meaning it's going up, simple as that, a nice uptrend like this. Whereas for a bearish market, this would be your bearish trend. Okay, so it's facing downwards. Alright, so you would look for a short sell in this type of market. Whereas for a sideways market, you can see over here, okay, sideways, going sideways, not going up, not going down. This is called a consolidation, ranging market. Now the other thing is, you can see over here, on top here, it says VOL. What is that? It is these bars over here. This is the volume. Now, to explain in simple terms for you, what is volume? Now imagine a police today, he wants to find a criminal, a suspect, alright? This suspect, he says, he has red hair, small eyes, big mouth, and he is 178 cm. So the suspect can change his whole entire appearance, right? He can dye his hair purple, change his attire, but he cannot change one thing. What is that? His height. A lot of times, big hedge funds, the big boys, when they buy or sell a stock, they would want to try to hide it from the public, but a lot of times they cannot hide it. They would leave some footprints. They cannot help but leave some clues, just like the criminal. He cannot hide his height, even though he wants to hide all aspects of him, right? Volume is where you detect the footprint of hedge funds, mutual funds. These are the big boys who move the markets. So in stock market, a lot of times, okay, there's a ceiling and a floor. Ceiling is what we call resistance, floor, support, alright? So a lot of times, price would bounce off the ceiling, bounce off, bounce off, bounce off, bounce off. Can you see on the chart behind me? Can you see it? Okay, so if I draw it for you. So you can see, if I put in a horizontal line, by the way, support resistance is not a line, it's supposed to be a zone, but to make things simple for you, I don't want to confuse you now, okay? You can see over here, right? So it's like a ceiling where the price bounce. 1, 2, 3. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. And eventually this ceiling will be broken, right? Because it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And once it broke off over here, this is what we call a price breakout, alright? Price breakout. Let me remove this thing first, okay? A price breakout over here. So a lot of times, once a price broke out of a ceiling or floor, it's going to go up or go down. But a lot of times, markets will cheat you just like your ex. So don't trust it all the time. There are false breakouts. Again, I don't want to confuse you first, alright? So look at this, a nice breakout upwards. And to determine whether a breakout will work is to look at what the big boys are doing. And remember, how do we know what the big boys are doing? We look at this bar over here, which is the volume bar. Free indicator, right? So you can see sometimes this bar, it sticks out a little bit, it's higher, okay? Sometimes it's hovering below, it's low, meaning low volume, high volume, low volume, high volume, low volume, high volume. So you can understand this. High volume equals to commitment. Commitment from the big boys. Now, a lot of times for retail traders, we also contribute to this volume, but retail traders don't have as much money as compared to hedge funds, mutual funds, who invest billions of dollars into a stock. So for a breakout to work out, right, you can see over here, you want the breakout. The moment the price breakout, you want to see volume increasing. Volume increasing. If there's a price breakout and there's no volume increase, it's here to cheat you. So a lot of times people say price goes up because buyers are more than sellers. Not so much, because it's not about how many buyers are there. It's about how strong is the buying pressure. You can have one big boy just invest $1 billion. He can out-invest 10,000 retail traders who just buy one share each. Agree with me? So the market going up is because buying pressure is more than selling pressure, not because there are more buyers than sellers. So when the market goes down, it means that the selling pressure is stronger than the buying pressure. So breakouts for any strategy, okay? Chart pattern breakouts, you also need to check that there's increase in volume. There's a volume spike for the breakout to work out. Of course, there's no guarantees, but this will increase the chances that the breakout will work out. I'll do a more detailed tutorial using Yahoo Finance in the next video, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out. If you don't know how to pick stocks for long-term investing, I've done a video. I'll place it here somewhere. And with that, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.